What's good? Messing with a big screen here. Pretty much, I'm kind of a dress rehearsal for my presentation. Because I'm going to bring this TV to the location where my meetup is going to be. You know, where I do my first presentation in Yukon Writers Society group. Very excited to get that going. So far it looks pretty good, and there's a pretty bad wake up time from my laptop to the TV, but the HDMI cable works just fine, and yeah, should be good. And there is no audio in the presentation so far, but I'm gonna mess with it, see if it sounds good. In here, I thought I'd get a good night's sleep. Something I didn't tell you all that happened during the day. This is actually really tough to say. And even though it's past midnight, I'm still going to throw it on this vlog here, but I'm starting my novel over. I'm starting it over. Just, you know, being stuck on the same chapter for 2 weeks and 3 weeks, and then just thinking about other things, and I don't know. At first I was super pumped about starting over, but trying to get to sleep, and you know, the thoughts came rushing to me, and I have to rethink how the world I created works. I have to rethink all the world building, even, you know, the characters and whatnot. It's just that, you know, I've already lost a lot, you know, to get to this point right now, but it's one of those things where, like, right now I'm at a clutch point, right? Like, I could grovel and beg for my old job back, right? Or I could sit down and get to work like I always have and take my novel in a new direction. And I can't even sleep right now. Like, on the one hand, I'm super cold, but I'm also sweating bullets, and it's hot in my bed while also cold in the room, and everything, I don't know. I'm starting my novel over. And I think what's really sticking to me is just, you know, thinking about how much I've lost. And I'll just be straight up. I've lost a lot of money, you know, in less time than I expected. I don't regret spending the majority of it, because I spent it going on trips with friends and just building really good memories. It's just that the novel that I'm writing it came from a very personal place at a different point in my life where I was a completely different person, and I guess all that thinking, all that growing that I've been doing the past few months have finally caught up to my work, in which it's not enough. It's not enough. And, you know, I think what also hurts the worst is that, you know, by the time this gets out to, you know, different ears and different eyes, I'm sure they'll be disappointed, and, you know, I'm disappointed too, but if I'm going to put something out there in the world for everybody to see, I want it to be my best effort possible. You know, I don't want it to be something I'm not proud of, something that I can't stand behind. And the conflict I'm dealing with right now is, like, I have to get to sleep in order to maintain these gains, because today was leg day. On the other, I can't sleep because my mind is just going nuts, and I need to sleep in order to be at the most mentally sharp as possible, and I want to get up early to write, but then I want to write right now, but then I need to sleep, and I don't know. I don't know. If anyone is out there listening and you see this, this is the valley in the peaks and valleys, and I've never shied away from showing you my peaks and valleys. Admittedly, there hasn't been a lot of peaks, but if I want the peaks to happen, I have to wade through the valleys. I don't think I've ever shown anything triumphant on my channel, except my little victories along the way whenever I figure something out in life. And I'm very glad that my friends around me, I mean, if they had to describe me, I guess this is a bit of a humble brag, I'm sure my friends would say that I'm probably the most intelligent person that's around whenever I'm around them. And for that feels really good to know. And I guess when it comes to showing my little victories, I mean, they just kind of add up. It's just that this is kind of a colossal blow, and I can't, when I can't even continue the story that I'm writing because it's not good enough, I have to start over. And I don't know. What sucks is like all the time, even years that I put into this novel, right? But I don't think it was completely wasted. I've learned a lot, especially this past year alone. And I'm grateful to the friends that I have that stuck around me and helped me learn how to be not just a better writer but also a better person. Even my very close non-writer friends, they've helped me understand what it is to be a better person as well. And this is the clutch point. This is right now this feeling sucks, but I am fully aware that this is a clutch point in which I have to make a decision right now, and I have to stand firm and stand tall. I can't bend, I can't buckle. I have to stand tall and say, okay, this is a challenge, but I'm going to have to figure out a different way around it. This is the adversity point. This is the conflict point. This is the challenge point that either breaks or makes a successful person. And I intend to come out successful. What is the time right now? It's a little after midnight. It should be August 21st, 2018. Right now I'm 27 years old. I certainly have my list full of failures. Not a lot of successes, if I'm being honest about my own life. But I've succeeded in surrounding myself around the best possible people. And those of you who stick around me, who cheer me on, who like my stuff, for that I'm forever grateful that you're by my side. I really am. And I'm very lucky to have found all of you, and I hope I enrich all of your lives in my own way as well. But this is the decision I choose to make. And I'm fully aware of the challenges ahead of me, the very steep wall ahead of me. But I didn't start living the life I wanted to live just to buckle down when things got tough. This is a tough moment, and this is where I have to be tough. So, what am I going to do? You know what? I'm going to compromise. I'll never compromise on my dream, but I'll compromise on the actions right now. I'm going to write for an entire hour, non-stop. Then I'm going to try to get as much sleep as I can. Wake up as early as possible. Get right back to work and writing. Take a break. Read, and read. I say read because I intend to read at least 3 hours. Maybe I'll take some time to build up to that level because, frankly, this also really highlights some of my own flaws in which I don't read very often. And I need to. Now with this restart, I can finally jump on that. There are three books right now that I need to read. One of them was lent to me by my friend Shayla, and I am loving it so far. The other one is in regards to marketing. It's a very rare book, and I need to treat it with the respect it deserves. The final book was one I got in a giveaway, or rather, the person giving it away was very gracious, and it's about writing a book. And I should have looked at that a long time ago. So, this is a tough spot. I have to be tougher. And that's all I'm going to leave you with for tonight. So, I'm going to get back to it.